Family, what the fuck is good, man? I don't know why the fuck I'm acting like this. I don't know why the fuck I'm sounding like this. But welcome back to another episode of the Why Are We Here podcast, man. It's your host with the most hoes in the world, aka John Gigolo. And I'm here with my guy AyeeXay.
Y'all already know what it is, man. It's your man AyeeXay, aka Royal Rugrat, aka Fifth Street Shorty. New nickname alert. Neptune Nemesis. If you see my Twitter, you know why. You feel me? What's going on, man?
Man, talk to me, man. And you know we got my guy Father Mike in the cut.
You feel me? What's good?
It's
your boy Father Mike in the building, you know what I'm saying? AKA Mr. Simp Van Solomon.
Huh?
Oh,
wait. Run that shit back.
Start that shit from the top.
Nah. Wait. What?
It's your boy Father Mike, AKA Simp Man Solomon.
Simp Man Solomon.
I feel like I put that. Actually, no, I'm not even gonna cap with you. Mm-hmm. I put that in my notes for some reason. I don't know where I got it from, but if somebody listening to it and know what the fuck I got it from, please tell me. Because I know I put it in my notes for a reason.
Simp Man Solomon.
I'm like, Simp Van Solomon. Where did that come from? I don't know. Either way, man. What's up with y'all? What's up, man? What's
hey, bro, talk to me, man. It's been a crazy week in the media, bro. It's been a real crazy week in the media.
It's been real ignorant.
Definitely has been very ignorant. Very.
You feel me? Niggas is really, you know what I'm saying, just telling
what you think is the most ignorant shit you ever heard? Like a nigga suing his baby mom?
Nah.
What's ignorant than
that? What is more ignorant than that? I don't know. Niggas fucking police.
Police my friend. Yo. Hey. Man, well, Mike, tell him about, because that shit ignorant as fuck. Please tell him about what's going on.
All right. You gotta tell the real backstory, because I'm just...
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know. It's been a video that's been circulating around social media. A man from Dallas, Fort Worth, Texas, you know, he had a whole Facebook Live where he was like, I'm telling on all the Crips in Texas. And it was just like, whoa, huh? So this man is just riding around in the car saying names, addresses. He's telling them what drugs they got, what guns they got. He's saying
they got fentanyl. You know that fentanyl killing people. You know that
fentanyl killing people.
Now,
fentanyl in the X.
Now, actually, you know what? Something that we did miss. He did say that he was a community activist into it in the beginning of the video. But he did say I went to jail for felony with. So it's like,
I mean, but you say he went to jail because of that, because of a Crip nigga that was coming after him.
Mm.
So it was like an altercation, like a confrontation where he had to pull out his gun and basically beat that nigga and get arrested. So
is this man a civilian?
I would say yeah.
He sound like undercover to me.
I feel he's civilian to the fullest. Just know, I feel like only white people should be at that level, bro. Like
now, when you watch the video, I might have to upload it onto the podcast page so people could watch it and then understand more. But just off the whole 6 minutes that we watched, like it's sad, but it was funny as hell. But it's like, yo, what made you say I'm going to tell on all these niggas? Like, is it a personal thing? Is it because you want the betterment of the community? What's the reason for that?
I personally feel like it's a mixture between two things. A personal, vendetta.
Facts. I was thinking that too.
Like a personal assignment, and just because of his background as being a community activist. So, he's all about the betterment of his community. So I'm guessing when you tie in, who he was saying, just terrorizing the community, having the young ones that he looking at with guns and all that, selling drugs on the street. Yeah, of course he's going to feel away because he's like, yo, this is my community. I'm supposed to be like having these dudes go through the right way of upbringing. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
But I feel it's also tied into the fact that these niggas told him, like, stop that shit or we killing you. And he's like, y'all niggas ain't about to wreck me. Like, I'm telling all y'all niggas before y'all get me.
No, that shit was definitely personal. Cause he's like, he said the big nigga. He's like the big fat nigga, fat disgusting nigga. Whoa, okay, this is personal now. Say
It seemed crazy to me because like I don't know, like what happened for you to just tell on every single body? Like it's not like I don't know, bro. Like I feel like he got to be like undercover or something. Like, and then on top of that, my friends is cops. Oh, I'll hug the police. If I can't run to nobody, I know I can run to the police.
Nigga said when I come into the precinct, they hug me. Like whoa, and now people, we're not saying this as because we're not street people, but we're not saying this as a thing like oh, like you know what I mean that it was the worst thing ever. Because you do want the streets to be safe and you do want people to live good lives. But when we talk about the establishment of the police and you know where they derive from and how they treat people like us, it's like why would you work with somebody that you know what I mean that doesn't value already has vendetta against you? So it's like you're going to these people like they can turn their back on him at 1 minute. Like yeah, you gave us all this information, but say a motherfucker like say you do something and slip up, your black ass gonna be back there with them. And watch, you're gonna be in the same bullpen as them Crips and that fat nigga, and then somebody gonna do something.
That ass, bro.
So it's like not saying like as I feel like us as a community, we could police each other and like no talk to each other as in like yo, I'm not gonna tell the boys on you, but yo, stop doing that shit. Like, bro, like these kids need a future. Like the streets need to be safe. We can go to each other and get that. But you just willingly going to the police and just being like, get this nigga, that nigga, he's sitting here, point.
And I'm like, and I'm just thinking like, okay, say you do that, right? I'm snitching all these niggas. There's still niggas that's in the upbringing that's in that, you know, brotherhood. You feel me? That's in those certain brotherhoods. Like they go, it's not like you can't just bag all of them niggas.
Unless he got witness.
Niggas for a fact is gonna know who he is. Like that's why it kind of like I ain't understand it. Like that ain't gonna go over people's heads. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because he thinking that niggas ain't gonna touch him. Like
niggas is
if you got the police behind you.
Yeah, look what happened to Dre.
Bro, what do the police
from Power?
I mean, that was different. It was people was in cahoots with each other. But I mean,
I'm just saying.
I don't know. That's that whole thing. Like, like I said, I'm probably gonna post a video for our followers to watch it and stuff like that. Like, if you sit here and watch it, you're gonna laugh. Like the way he was saying stuff and he was going about it was funny. But then it's just sad because it's like, damn, bro, like you telling on your own people. But then again, it's just like, maybe was he right? Because it's like, right, we all want our communities to be safe.
Okay, I say his vision was right. His approach was completely wrong. That shit was completely off. Like, I understand you want to get a betterment of your community, but there's a thing called having, you know, community outreach, where it's not like you reach the community first before you go to authorities, you know, that have to handle that. You feel me? But it's like, if they coming at you crazy, come at them at a respectful, like, yo, man, like, I ain't even on that type of time. I ain't trying to do all that. I'm just seeing what you do. Like, try to explain to them what you seeing wrong. That's really it. If they don't agree, then shit, I don't know. But just don't do that. Just don't do that. That's really
all right. Say you lived in the community, right? Mm-hmm. And stuff like that was going on. Are you going to the police?
Stuff like that was going on in the community. I was inside. That's what happened.
But you was a kid at this time, though. I'm talking about like
even in high school.
No, but I'm saying you're a kid. You don't own like
like if I own property, right?
Yeah, if you own property and stuff like that, or like you're in that community, you work in that community. Would you do what he did?
No.
Nigga said no.
Like no. Like straight up no. I would.
Bro, that's my thing, bro. Especially being that I grew up the way I grew up, and like just knowing that niggas who don't mind their business die. Like, why would I tell on a whole gang of people? Like, that's dumb as hell. Like, I'm telling on a gang
of people. Not even just like a group.
Like I'm talking about. Like he's telling on. Bro, he was telling on whole streets and whole areas. Like, he got real specific. You know what I'm saying? So like, bro, like it's one thing to say, yeah, we gotta like calm down. with this around here. Like it's too many kids around here. But then it's another to be like, nah, they got the fentanyl here. They got the coke over here. They got the guns with the extended clips over here. Like, nah, bro, you can't be doing shit like that. And just me being the type of nigga I am, like, you don't. That's just something you don't do. Like snitching, that's not something I ever was. You know what I'm saying? Like,
But
that's not
you're a
anything I ever
civilian.
agreed with. That's not nothing I ever agree with. Okay, and then even if I did live in that situation, like I would, if I lived around that area, bro, like that's not my business, bro. Like I'm on my business, y'all mind yours. As long as nobody around me is getting hurt or nobody around me is, you know what I'm saying, being affected by what y'all got going on, then I'm straight. But either way, regardless of the fact, I'm gonna try to get myself up out of that situation. Like I don't want to be surrounded by a whole bunch of gang members either at the same time. You feel
See,
me?
I understand you.
And like, if you just gonna resort to the cops, why would you even put yourself in that situation either?
Shit, why you filming?
Why you showing your face, nigga?
Yeah.
You could have sent the audio. That could have been. That would have been cool. Like you ain't gotta film the whole shit. But I mean, I understand what you're saying, and I agree to it to a point. But I feel like that's something that's even wrong in like the black community today. Like that we always just mind our business. That's why it's such a thin line between what do we mind our business on and what do we like actually speak up about. Because
All right, but let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. You staying in one of these neighborhoods he talking about where niggas got fentanyl and all of
yeah,
that, right? These people are really selling drugs and really like about that life. You know they got guns and all of that. You just a regular person that want to go to your job every day and take care of your family. Like you don't participate in all that other
yeah.
shit. Why would you even think to try to tell somebody and convince somebody that you don't know? You know what I'm
Because
saying? Like how to
it
live
may even
their life. Like this is why it's perfect to mind your business because you don't know what this person is capable of. Like, yeah, you know what they got going on, but you don't know what that person is thinking of in their head. Like, you might just walk up on them and they might feel threatened. Boom, now you dead.
I mean, yeah, I feel that, but it could be even to a case because, like, going back to how you was talking about how they're negatively affecting the kids. What if I knew one of the kids from maybe an event, a community event that I had or that I held, and
Or
you
that's
know,
like one of my son's best friends.
yeah, like that's someone I see my son playing with, and now I see him buying guns and selling drugs on the corner I'm around. Like, I'm gonna be like, all right, I see he has a bright future, and like now I'm seeing, now I'm like, my eyes are open now. Like my eyes are more open to what's
Okay,
going around.
and I'm saying it's cool to try to look out for somebody, but it's only but so far you can go. Because at the same time, too, you could tell me, like every day, like John, that's not good for you. John, you shouldn't do that. But at the end of the day, I'm my own person. Like no matter what anybody tells somebody, they're still gonna do whatever they want to do. So even if I tell you like, yeah, I want to do this, you tell me, no, I don't think it's a good idea, and I could still see how you saying it's not a good idea, and I can agree with you on everything, and still turn around and do the same shit that we just talked about. Like it's up to the person. I feel as though like it's I don't feel as though like everybody is easy to get through like that. Like if it was one of them situations where you knew the
Mm-hmm.
person, you might could get through to them easily. But peer pressure is also a bitch too. Like a lot of people get peer pressured into doing things that they don't want to do to the point where they get stuck into doing something that they have to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean that's why.
Like they didn't want to do it, but peer pressure happened. Now they stuck and they ain't got no choice. Now they in a situation where they got to do what they got to do.
Yeah, but that's why I always give people a choice. Like I feel an approach that I'm starting to realize, like when at least like when I'm talking about like the youth, right? And I see that they're
Right.
going in the way that they're going. They may be hard headed. You know what I'm saying? May not want to listen to anybody or let's just listen to any authoritative figure. I just let them. I just give them an option to show that they have options. You feel me? Like say if they're doing something that they'll get in trouble for you, like, hey man, chill out. And he's like, nah, man, I can do it. I'm like, all right, man. I mean, you can do it on you, but then I let you know about the consequences at hand. So now that's up to, of course, like you said, it's up to you as a person. But now it comes down to what your character is. Is a person like, am I really doing this to just appease somebody else, or am I just doing this because like I really want to do it?
So what if it's one of them situations where you tell somebody the consequences of what could possibly happen, and it's one of them situations where the person don't never get caught, so now they feel invincible.
I mean, like you said,
Until they,
it's not because I'm not coming from the stance of the nigga that was snitching in the video. I'm coming from the stance of just like you said, it's your life. But I'm just showing you that there are options. Because some people may think that the situation that they're in, there's only one option to go, and there's no other
right.
way to get out. I'm just showing you right there, even if it's an example. I'm still showing you that you have an option to do something. So whether you choose to live that life, whether you choose to continuously do that decision, or whether you be like, all right, let me actually reevaluate myself. You gotta give people that freedom. You can't just be telling them no and not explain further. And I feel that's what a lot of us, and that's actually just to go off on a tangent. That's actually just a lot of parenting for like a lot of people, and just how they grow up. Like they'll just tell you no, not to do something, but never explain why you shouldn't do it or explain the consequences of doing that, and give you the option to do it. And I feel that's where a lot of the older generation kind of mess up because they feel like this, like you have to go down this path, or else it's completely done. Like you completely over with, you gonna completely fail. Like they make shit so definite when it should be opposite.
But I'm saying though, if somebody tells you like, oh, see, yeah, never mind. I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, it's just like at the end of the
Yeah,
day, you just gotta, of course, not snitch on the whole hood because say you put yourself and just everybody in danger now. But you just gotta come to a real, like, yo, if you doing this, you doing it. But it's like you gotta show, and that's just going back to even like the minding the business thing. Like you never really get to reach out to people if you just mind your business. Like if you really think about it, like I think, of course, we have to mind our business to a certain extent because it's like there's some shit just like yo, that's between whoever and whoever that has nothing to do with me. But if you see that it's negatively affecting not only that person now, but the people around them, including you, I feel like there's a means to address that because it's like, all right, now you putting more people at like in harm's way because of your actions. It's not just negatively affecting you now. So now it's like kind of becomes my business because now you just affecting people that's in this community. If you understand what I'm saying.
yeah,
Yeah, like so it's like okay if it's that one-off kid or like just a couple people that's doing that shit, but it's like not to the masses. But now when you affecting how I reach out to my community, how people react to me when I be coming out and making events, when I be coming out and trying to, bring the community together, that shit is affecting it. Of course, I'm gonna feel away. Like I'm gonna feel like, all right, now it's my business because I'm an activist. Like I'm supposed to be doing something for these people. Like now it's
yeah,
my responsibility.
yeah. But I don't know. I don't know. As far as being an activist, I don't know. Like, I don't know how. I don't know about that police shit. Like, I don't know. I'm just not big on police. Like, I don't. I don't. I talk to police as less
Well,
least
Oh yeah,
possible.
we
most people in
because
our community not big on police.
yeah. Plus we all agree. I'm pretty sure we all agree that what that nigga did was wrong. Like we not going to the police. We trying to like filter and change ourselves within the community before going to external help. That's what we agreeing on that. So I'm not disagreeing that.
We got to fix within to go
Yeah,
outside.
that's basically what I'm speaking on. Like not the police part, because the police part that's different. Like man, you don't have to do all that shit. Like now you just go on OC for real. But I do feel like we have to police ourselves before going to the police. That's basically what I'm saying.
Or, I mean, I respect that, but I mean, sometimes though, like sometimes people don't even want to hear what we gotta say. So sometimes it'd be a waste of breath.
I mean, yeah, it'd be a waste of breath, but other time you never know. Like you planting that, you sowing that seed, and it may not come to fruition immediately. It may not come to fruition immediately, but over time, that simple thought may come back to their head. Like there's 1,000 times where like I'll be thinking of something like just randomly that happened like years ago.
Right.
Like you would even think it had any relevance to your life.
Facts. I do that too.
Yeah, but you just like now you realize, okay, this situation has come up. That makes me think back to that. Oh, what that man said, what that dude, what that woman said. You feel me? How that impacted like my thinking. Like, how can I actually apply that now? Because now
Right.
I'm looking at things differently because my situation may have changed. You feel me? So that's why I feel like it's a thin line between minding your business and like, all right, I actually got to speak out about this shit because you never know. Like, of course, there's times where you be overstepping, but at the end, man, you got to choose. You got to choose. You got options. That's all I can say.
And you got desires.
I feel as though I will only speak.
It failed. I failed. It was a failed segue. I failed. I failed. What you was gonna say, John? I failed badly.
I feel as though if I'm gonna speak up about any situation, I would speak up to only somebody I know personally. You know what I mean? Like I would just leave it at that. Like,
Right. Well, I'm not gonna fail this segue this time, but take it away because I don't want to speak no more. I failed, bro. I failed horribly. That hurt me, man. I missed that one. I missed that one.
Yeah.
I missed, bro, because nobody even peeped what I tried to say or anything.
Nah, I peeped it, but this is like, nah.
I ain't even hear you,
You
bro.
should have came in like, but you know who should be minding their fucking business?
I don't know.
Future's baby mama. Get the fuck out of here, yo.
Hey.
Get the fuck out of here, man.
Wait, why should she mind her business?
Because she doing too much now.
How is she doing too much?
She's snitching just like that nigga was snitching.
Bro, you gotta take care of your kids, though.
That's her side of the story, man.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
You gotta sprinkle allegedly.
Exactly. That's allegedly. You know what I'm saying?
But what's going on with Future baby mama?
Hey, man. All I can say is Future is going through it. He needs our prayers, our condolences, you know what I'm saying? Because baby mom's just is talking too much. And he had to file some legal action to shut her up. You feel me?
What's she saying, bro? What's she saying?
She was just talking, to the point like,
yeah, she calling him a deadbeat.
Yeah, it was calling him a deadbeat. You know what I'm saying he was barely there.
All right, pause. Let's pause right there, bro.
What's up?
Russell Wilson low-key did say that same shit, bro.
But it wasn't that baby mama, though. It was another one.
It was another one.
And I understand that. And that's what makes it seem like that's why it could be possible. Because if he's saying that, like, oh, we don't need... Basically was alluding that he's on child support, right?
Yeah.
He was alluding that he was on child support and that they don't need that little bit of money and that he should, you know what I mean, just invest that money into his other kids, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, can we, like, we could say allegedly, but I mean, it got to be some truth to that.
I mean, or people could just be trying to go against them. Like, what's going on? I mean, they can have personal reasons. You never know that. Like, but I'm going to go to the source right now. All right.
Get your reading voice.
Hip Hop Wire said that the baby mama, Eliza, I'm going to just say Eliza Rain. Yeah,
Eliza Rain.
I'm not going to put a government out. But yeah, Eliza Rain was saying just a whole bunch of vivid descriptions on his genitals during the interview with Ra Ali, then blasted it out to her Instagram followers. In the suits, Future also claims Eliza is spreading lies about him on social media, like the time she claimed he hired someone to murder her because she wouldn't get an abortion. All right, hold on.
Okay.
Pause that.
Okay, that's a lot to take in.
If that is a lie, that's a big fucking lie. I'm not even going front.
You can't really claim that. Because that could put somebody in jail for years if that's not to be true. I mean,
but what if it is true? Because what if it is true? Because he really didn't want to have that baby with her, though. See, like, I feel like a lot of people like just like, oh, because it's Future, like they fuck with Future, like,
that's
know what I mean?
Exactly it.
Don't want to
That's
hear.
exactly the reason.
Don't want to hear it, but you gotta realize though, like, but yeah, like, bro, like you don't never know. Goddamn. I just feel like a lot of people are biased. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, Future wouldn't do that. How do you know that?
Shit, we don't know that man from a
Yeah,
can of paint.
we never said Future wouldn't do that.
Exactly, and like we
You know.
like and like
Actually, that
I don't
sounds like
know.
some shit he'd do.
I feel like
We're gonna keep it a stat.
I
That
feel
sounds like
like
some shit he'd do.
for real, like I feel like there'd be a lot of truth in like the lyrics. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
he sound like he don't give a fuck about his bitches. I mean, it seemed kind of clear that he don't give a fuck about them. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know, like it could be truth to that because I know niggas that threaten females. Like nah, bro, we not having this baby. Like you're getting an abortion. Like they didn't even give a female an option. You know what I'm saying? So it could be truth to it. But we just on the outside looking in, and that's what I don't like about social media is that it's like it's like social media like kind of forces you to pick a side. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
I kind of don't like that shit because it's like we don't never know what it is, and like everybody just be at niggas necks in the comments, and they don't even give nobody a chance to explain. So it's like y'all already got your opinion, so it's like why should I explain myself? You know what I mean?
Yeah. I feel
Like
what you mean.
I don't
But
know
it's like everybody just want to put their 2 cents in. You know what I'm
exactly.
saying? Feel like their opinion, really matters, at least to their following fan base. So it's like that's really just it, man. I mean, we could pick sides. We don't have to pick sides all the time.
And I
Like
picked
you're
the
going,
side of what's right.
and that's Future. It's
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey yo, this nigga is crazy.
Yo,
But I mean, like, at the end of the day, it's just if you take care of your kids, bro. That's it. Just take care of your kids somehow, some way. I don't care how you do it. I mean, I would want it to be less toxic and shit like that. But take care of your damn kids, man. That's it.
I
yeah, I
don't think
mean,
I don't
because
think he does, bro.
Speaking of
what?
even taking care of his kids, did you hear what happened with his oldest son?
About getting like 20 years or looking at
Yeah,
20 years.
his oldest son is facing 20 years in prison for it was criminal trespassing and for possession of a gun with an altered ID. So basically, they caught him with a gun and he had the serial number scratched off of it. And it's like now he's facing 20 years. And it's like, I mean, I hope he don't get that. I doubt, that's just like high numbers. And I don't know his criminal background before, but how are you the son of a millionaire, and not even just a millionaire, son of a known figure and stuff like that, and you getting into these actions, you feel me? Now, does that say something about Future? Well, let's just say something about, you know what I mean? What's
I
going on
mean, but
around him?
that's not really like a good argument because the people that make a lot of money are getting into stupid situations. Like look at 6ix9ine. Like he put himself in a dumbass position.
Yeah, sure.
Nobody did that but himself. So I mean, like just because my dad making all this money don't mean shit. Like you know what I'm saying? You either gonna make something out of it or you not. And who's to say that Future is even in his life?
But that's the point. If you're in your son's life, he shouldn't be going down that path.
Even if he is though, too. Remember the song "Know the Meaning"?
Yeah.
Future do he explains like what type of family he got. So I'm saying maybe that it just runs in the family, bro. Maybe they just knuckleheads.
Yeah. I mean,
Maybe they just really maybe he just was born into being a street nigga.
uh, so you trying to say Tariq?
Hey, yo.
I don't watch Power, so I can't answer that.
You don't watch Power? We never
No.
turned for no Power podcast. But yeah, I mean, like I said, yeah, that's that. Just the whole thing with Future was going on. Like, I don't know. I feel like we love him because his music and all the stuff that he says. But it's like, I mean, should we be worried about his personal life when he got going on with his kids? I don't know. But then
Bro,
it's like when motherfuckers is
I
going
don't
to
feel as
jail and
though
shit, then it's like that's a red flag right there. But
I
I
don't feel as
digress.
though
That's their
I don't feel
family.
as I don't feel as though we should be worried about nobody's personal lives. Like we don't even like I ain't even trying to be funny or nothing, but we don't even make that much money, and we sitting here worried about what these celebrities is doing. Like you feel what I'm saying? Niggas is out here struggling, worried about what a famous person is doing. A famous person they never gonna come across a day in their life. A famous person that's never gonna talk to them. A famous person that's not even gonna like their fucking picture, to say the least. And they so worried about people are so worried about these famous people. Like that goes back to what I was saying about this whole pick and size shit. Like social media just made life kind of crazy, bro. Like why are we so worried about these famous people? Like unless it's something like, you know what I mean, R.I.P. Kobe, like something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like that's something we want to know about. That's something we want to talk about. We can talk about. But as far as like, you know what I mean, you hear stories like Ari and Moneybag fighting. Like we don't give a fuck. We don't
give a fuck.
True or false. True or false. Like come on now. Like at the end of the day, what can we really do besides support the music or support their movement?
So I guess we don't need to go through these several other topics now, huh?
No.
It's not all about celebrity.
He just shit on our whole podcast. Like, we're part of the media now, don't you know? Like, we have to do this in order to get like heard.
Bro, I'm saying, I know, I'm saying, I understand that, but I'm saying
like,
I'm
really
saying
locked
to
and
say,
loaded, ready to read a Meek Mill tweet. I'm like, oh, wait.
It's like, damn, bro.
Wait.
Yo, I'm right next to my pregnant baby
I'm saying,
mom. I'm like, she laughing.
listen, I'm saying,
Y'all
nah,
need
listen,
to
I'm
stop.
saying to say, I'm saying though, to say that somebody is wrong or right and niggas don't know for a fact, like, all it is speculations is all I'm
Yeah, I
trying to say.
understand.
Okay, so I see what you're saying.
Yeah,
At the end of the day,
I'm like, nah, we don't pick no sides though. I know, speaking on us, like we just report on the news.
I'm not saying we picking sides, but I'm saying like, you know what I'm saying, like Future fan base is obviously way much like Future means so much more than his baby mom does. So like nobody's gonna believe whatever the fuck she's saying. Except for the people that don't fuck with Future because of what they hear. You know what I mean? The whole time Future could be the best dad, but nobody knows that because of just what we see in speculations. You feel me? That's all I'm saying.
I mean,
That's all
to
I'm
just
saying.
wrap it all this whole topic up, Future 1, Eliza 0. Let's just go on to the next topic.
Yo, this nigga said Future 1. Yo.
So Meek Mill.
Yeah.
Meek Mill 5, Nicki Minaj 0.
You know, I got red bottoms on. Life is good.
Yeah, but who want to get to the Meek Mill, man?
Well, let John talk about
Man, and anybody got something crazy to say about
John, talk about it, man. What's up? What's going on with your boy, man?
Hey, man, listen, the way I see it, man, she just mad my
John,
boy.
Before you go in, let's keep it a buck now. Let's keep it all gravy, kid. He started it.
Uh-huh.
Cause he put up that post of him of her husband, what's it called?
Nah, scratch
he
that.
liked the
He
picture,
made a whole song.
Bro.
He did.
He didn't post it. He didn't post that. He liked the picture.
And then he also, you know.
Come on, bro.
All right, boom. Yeah, he did. Listen. Listen, he definitely did make that song. But you cannot tell me though, the way that, you know what I'm saying, he said what he said in that song. As a real nigga, you can't tell me like you would be feeling that same way. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, damn, you move on fast. Like, that's what I took from that song. You feel me? Like he obviously, you know what I'm saying? He obviously felt the type of way about it. So boom, he put it in a song. You feel me? All right, boom, let it go. They had their little words, whatever. Just because this nigga liked the picture don't mean nothing. Like, so I'm saying, like, why she ain't had to go do all that extra shit, start posting pictures of my boy when they was together. Like, you look stupid your damn self by posting somebody that you was booed up with. Like, this nigga wasn't a clown. Nigga wasn't a clown when y'all was together.
I don't like when people are exes of that person and then they start clowning like you bad built.
Yeah, and then try to
you was laid
bash
up with them for all that time. You ain't feel that way then?
Exactly. And if you did, you ain't never say nothing. So like, let's be real.
But they both was going in on each other. So they both clowns for that. They you know have clownish behavior.
I mean, but Meek was trying to keep it cordial though. You feel me? I just didn't like how on both sides. I didn't like how, you feel what I'm saying, it was both indirect, and they sitting here. One put a tweet up, the next put a tweet. So clearly they was just going back and forth, refreshing. I mean, to me, it sounded like they both.
I was going to ask you that.
Do you think they way about
each other? Think they still have feelings for each other?
I truthfully do feel that way. You feel me? And I do feel like, you know what I'm saying, like, I feel like she probably do feel a type of way about him getting her pregnant and she feel a type of way. I mean, he feel a type of way about her moving on, but they was making it seem like it was just all bad. But I remember though, you know what I'm saying, for a while Meek was saying like he not gonna talk about her. You feel me? Because he not gonna make her relevant. Like he not gonna let that be. You know what I'm saying, the focal point of his interviews when he come in there to discuss business. That's personal. You feel me? Like besides that song, and I don't know what happened in that.
They
Where
was
they
at
was
that
at.
in LA
Where
when
they
they was
was
at
at
the store. Well, supposedly
the
from what they
mall.
said was
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
Meek was trying to be the bigger person and go up to her husband and like try to squash it and like talk to him. He told him no, keep that same energy. You was talking crazy about me, keep that same energy. And then niggas don't like when they get stood up or like talk to a certain way. So words was flown and things escalate, things like that. But I mean, it's like you can't like it's like you can't really blame no one because like on one hand I understand like if somebody talking crazy about you, keep that same energy just how you really feel about me, okay. But then on the other hand, it's like we could be bigger men and be like like all right bro, like ain't no beef between us, like I moved on, she obviously moved on type shit. But then again, it don't seem like that now. But the only thing, not the only thing I don't like, but one thing I didn't like about this whole thing is how they both try to throw trump cards at each other during the argument. Like, oh, you beat me, you kicked your sister, you did something to you beat your mother, something like that, and then
And that's why I don't like shit like that. Like you
yeah,
waited till now to say that. Like it's been like almost what 3 years, 2.5, 3 years since they was dealing with each other. Like, and you just not we were still in high school when
yeah, I
that
think
song came out, right? Bro, come on, bro. That's almost 5 years ago, bro. You just not waiting to say, you know what I'm saying? Like, you just not waiting to say my man's putting his hands on females and all of that. And I personally think if that was the case, which it could be truth to that, like I said, we are outsiders looking on the inside. I feel as though that would have came out.
I mean, then again, people keep things on the wraps. Like people, women get abused all the time, and you would never know. So you feel me? I can't really, agree with that one. But my thing is, all right, if he was beating you before, you should have said something. And then he throws out the whole thing about her brother being a rapist and stuff like that. But you knew that when you got with her. So how you gonna say, oh, when your brother got convicted and all that stuff, that's when I had to move away and stuff. You knew the whole time you was with her what her brother went through. You didn't care because y'all felt like that's his problem. But soon as y'all get into an argument, it's like your brother a rapist, you paid for his trial, you standing next to him. Like, no, but you knew this before that too. So like y'all both was being on some clown shit because y'all both knew all this stuff. Even if all this stuff is to be true, y'all both knew this while y'all was dating with each other. It's like when you messing with somebody, like, you know what I mean? Like, yo, I'm with this person, like, me and you. You feel me? Like, whatever you go through is my shit. Whatever you go through is just, like, you feel me? We together in this. But now that we not together, it's a whole thing. Like, me personally, I wouldn't do that. If I knew if my chick was ugly when I dated her, I'm going to tell her she ugly when I'm dating her. But it's going to be in a cute way. So then when I say it after we done, it's like, nah, bitch, I really was saying you was ugly. Yeah, I'm not gonna
I've
be
been
some clown
told you,
ass nigga be like,
like,
oh, you the beautiful girl in the world, and then you after be like, nah, man, that bitch, look how she look. No, I knew this going into that. If your looks didn't change the
bro,
minute
it
I
was
left you.
ulterior
You was
motive
the same
behind what I
person when I
did.
met you after. Like, what? You look stupid as hell. Like, no, bro, that bitch, she a hoe. Oh, she a hoe because y'all broke up. Oh, that's what it is. Y'all not together no more. Now she a hoe. But she was the most pristine chick when y'all was together, huh?
I mean, I don't know, bro. Like, I feel as though for real, like, I feel it was like stupid on both parts. I feel like it was pointless on both parts. And I really feel as though like it's still something between like they obviously I feel as though they feel something, but I did think it was tight whack how Meek like introduced to the world that was his baby mom though. For real, I ain't fuck with that though. Like that was kind of whack how he did that. Like you arguing with your ex and then announce that you feel me, you laid up with your baby mom
Yeah, why
arguing with
didn't
your
you bring
ex
that up?
like
Why did you have to bring up your baby mother in it? And then why does it take now for you to claim her?
yeah like.
I mean,
Yeah,
everybody
like
knew though. Everybody knew
I ain't
from the
really fuck
jump
with that. But I
that
mean,
like you feel me.
no, that's a fact. But at the same time, though, when you don't speak on certain things, like I said, bro, the media is the devil, bro. Like anything could happen. Like now that people know that that's his baby mom, bro, you never know now what people got up their sleeves, bro. You feel me? Like the less people know, the more they can talk about. I mean, yeah, I said that so wrong. The less they know, the
And I
less
feel
they can
like
talk about.
oh no, you can keep on.
You feel me?
I just feel like
No, I was done.
at the end of the day, everybody just gotta think before they speak. Really.
I mean, if all of this happened because he liked the picture that said bro was shopping at Jimmy Jazz, like, come on now. Like it wasn't even that deep. Like for real. Like, even if Meek liked it to be on some petty shit, like, okay, at the end of the day, that's what he wanted to do. You feel me? It ain't like bro came out his mouth. It was like he was the one that said he shopped at Jimmy Jazz, or he said da 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 da. Like, nigga, everybody in the comments talk about bootcut
Nah, you
jeans and
got. I'm sorry,
Balenciagas.
but
Like,
you gotta
Meek
get
don't even
ridiculed for
gotta
that.
say nothing.
If you come around me with bootcut jeans and Balenciagas, I'm
Niggas
like,
don't.
yo, man, I ain't even the fleetest man in the world, but like, yo, change that now. Change that now.
But I'm saying though, niggas. But I'm saying though, niggas clown him so much that Meek don't even have to say nothing. Is what I'm trying to get at. You feel what I'm saying? Like Meek doing this whole what's the joint called? The reform shit. Like, why would he be wanting to like go through drama? He's doing this whole reform project and all of that. You feel me? He trying to get people out of situations. Like, how that look him doing all this back and forth?
I mean,
And
niggas
getting
can
in the
still be. Niggas still got ignorant side.
True indeed, but look at Jay-Z. Like, come on now, Jay-Z doing everything he doing looks so much better because he's not active in the media, and we don't know nothing about Jay-Z now. If Jay-Z got into this altercation, like, we wouldn't respect it probably as much as we do.
Yeah, I feel what you're saying.
This is a whole bunch of love and hip hop shit, man.
Because we might feel as though like yo, like, nah, bro, why would I want to support somebody that's always getting into something? And then whatever he trying to do, like, boom, like, it just get cut short because you don't got the people back you like you should. The whole time your intentions is pure. Yeah. You feel me? I don't know. I just feel like they was both wrong for real. Like,
The whole situation definitely could have been avoided.
She corny as hell. And she corny as hell for posting pictures of them, especially being together, like trying to talk about his outfits. Like, you were damn sure it wasn't telling bro his outfits was ass when y'all was walking the red carpet.
What's your name? My name Nick.
Yo, stop. I hated that. Yo, like, no bullshit. I hated that song when it came out. Because all the ratchet niggas, all the ratchet bitches was singing that shit. Making flipograms with it. I hated it. I was like, you niggas is ashy, son. You niggas is ashy. You sleep on the floor. I know you. Stop it. Stop this shit, bro. But anyway, I digress. This is just too much for me. But like I said, you feel me? Like I said, at the end of the day, you just gotta think before you speak. And you know,
they said, bro, them niggas.
No, go.
My bad. I'm sorry.
Go.
Hey, bro, that segue so bad.
Hey, bro, they said, bro, they had this nigga Chris Brown third wheeling for nothing, bro.
Hey, man.
That shit was funny, bro. I'm sorry, bro.
No, you know,
I ain't even peeped the segue. Go ahead, bro.
Nah, you got it, man. Let me rewind it. Let me go back.
Fuck you. Anyway, what I was gonna say was, you gotta think before you speak. And the epitome of thinking before you speak has to do with Gayle King. If you don't know people, let me stop. Nah, all seriously. You said what?
Funky dog face.
Oh, that's a Snoop saying. That's a Snoop saying. Yeah.
That nigga's...
But if our listeners, if you haven't heard or have seen the interview, Gayle King, aka Oprah's friend, aka Oprah's. Let me stop. I'm not gonna go there. We're gonna talk about this later.
AKA Donald Trump best friend, AKA
Harvey
Weinstein best friend. Harvey Weinstein, my bad. Yeah, these black people is white people on the low. AKA everybody that went to Piscataway schools.
He said Dr. Gels. Hey, a nigga do got Gel in his name. But nah, so
shit, that's probably his sister.
But Gayle King, she had an interview with NBA legend, WNBA legend, Lisa Leslie. And you know, the interview was to talk about the legacy of Kobe Bryant and what he meant to the city, and you know what he meant to basketball, and you know, just people all around. That's only from I will give the benefit of the doubt. That's only a small clip of the whole interview. That isn't the whole interview right there. But even what was released is still disgusting in my opinion. During the interview, Gayle King asked Lisa Leslie, "Is Kobe Bryant's legacy complicated because of his sexual assault case in 2003?" And if you watch the video, you could see in Lisa Leslie's face that she was very uncomfortable and that she was, getting ready to cry almost because why are you ridiculing this man and his legacy to her, like his friend? Like this isn't like it's a random person you're asking this. This was his friend, somebody that he was close with, and you're gonna ask him something that already got resolved 17 years ago. Yeah, like
Obviously more
it
than
is
his
one
death.
thing if we bring this up maybe years down the line or like
I was about to say, bro, ain't
it's
even
only been a
dead
week.
for a whole month.
Dead for a month.
Yeah, it's only been a week, and that was my main thing. Like we even talked about this in class and stuff like that. I even said I was like, yo, it was disgusting because of the timing. Why at this time? It's only been a week. There are people who agree
Even
take.
even still though,
Yeah,
why
like
do
even if you
people
wait
wait to talk?
down the line, however long down the line, nigga, you had enough time to ask this nigga.
You had 17 years to bring it up
Yeah,
before
you
he
could have
died.
told. You could have asked this nigga. You could have asked her before he, transitioned to the next phase. But it's like now you want to bring it up literally a week after, even if it was years. That like now you want to bring it up now that he's not here. Period.
It can't.
Even still, that's not even. You shouldn't even talk about shit like that when somebody gone though. Like unless it was a fact, like proven
And
fact.
plus,
You know what I'm saying?
he was acquitted, right?
He was acquitted for it.
Because
And then like they actually found out. And I mean, I don't know laws and like how I'm not even gonna touch that because I'll sound stupid in a sense. Like I don't. But from the case, they said, the sex was consensual. He slipped up, put it in the wrong hole. That's where the rape part came from. But you know what I mean? Like I said, I'm not equipped on that. I don't know. So like I'm not even gonna try to get deeper into that because I might end up sounding stupid. But my thing is like, all right, that was kind of predatory on Gail's part. Cause like, okay, we understand Gail has this whole thing where like she's not a fan of sexual assault, she's part of the whole Me Too movement, like, you know what I mean? Understand that. But this man got acquitted. And plus, it's not the time for that. And then it's like like the way she even came about it, she was like, well, as you being a woman, how would you feel? But and then she said the question. And I'm like, don't use that against her. Even if she's woman or not, Kobe was still her friend. You feel me? Well, it's going to switch the fact like how she feel about him because she's a woman and that thing happened. You feel me? Like, I don't know. I ain't like that shit, bro. And it's like, all right, you asked Lisa Leslie this. Would you ask Vanessa that if she was sitting there at this time? Would you ask Vanessa that a week after?
I don't know, bro. I feel as though like these people so ignorant, bro. Like I feel as though they really would ask her that. Like
if you would
like,
ask Vanessa that
why would
a
you
week
ask
after her husband died, you have no morals.
But I don't feel as though that question should have been asked. Period.
Like,
So the fact that she could ask it, I do believe she would have asked his wife. Honestly, I do believe that. And I don't know, bro. Like just knowing like I never knew who she was before this interview, and like I ain't heard much about Oprah. I haven't heard nothing about Oprah in that long. Like one of the last memories I don't even remember. I don't even think that was even her. But when she was
that
on
wasn't
Drake and Josh,
even really Oprah. That wasn't really Oprah.
Word. Well, that was like the last time I ever heard her name. You feel me? So like just for her name to be brought up, at a time like this, you know what I'm saying, where we got all these black people going to jail for allegations and like, you know what I'm saying?
I'm not agreeing with all that shit. When niggas was like, yeah, yo, I don't like how Gail going after black celebrities. Yeah, free Bill Cosby. I said, pause. Wait.
I know. The thing is, like,
we're not doing that.
Yeah, niggas be going.
Talking free R. Kelly. No, if y'all niggas did some shit, y'all go to jail. But for the people that was falsely accused, that's
I ain't saying freedom,
shit,
but
stay in jail.
I ain't saying.
I don't give a fuck. You black, white, Spanish, what? You a nasty motherfucker. Stay up in there. But if you were falsely accused or you were acquitted and nobody has evidence, I can work with you. AKA Michael Jackson. The Fed's been fucking at that nigga for 10 years, never found an ounce of evidence. But Oprah and them niggas still gonna go after him, calling him a pedophile.
I feel like, but I understand because, because, you know what I'm saying, we ain't fucking with Gail or we ain't fucking with Oprah right now. But niggas is acting like they was doing this for a plethora of niggas. Like, it was just, of course, two very prominent figures in black culture. But y'all acting like they was doing this for, like, years.
No, he did it for years.
What who? Y'all gonna have to inform me, because there's even, like...
There's a couple of people they did it with. And it also was just, like, it was certain things that they, like, certain policies they was into that was against the black community and stuff like that. Like, they've done little interline of shit here and there for years and stuff. And niggas just, like, calling them out on it now. Like, at first, we really wasn't calling Oprah and them out on it because, like, yo, Oprah was our first billionaire. She was somebody we looked to as hope. But as time went on, we saw that she wasn't for our people. She not for us, bruh. She's in cahoots with different corporations, different higher ups and stuff. She can give a fuck about our black community. She actually looks down on the black community. Even if you saw the recent video when she was at the college and the kid was trying to take the photo with her, and she was like, "You have a cracked screen, huh?" And shit like that. And then like she tried to like play the nigga when he was trying to talk to her and stuff. And it's like, yo,
yeah, she disconnected because I know in her mind that was probably just like a funny joke to just say like, haha, yeah, you know, college life. But in our mind, we like, nigga, nah, bro. You see you're trying to pander to us right now. Like, it's just, and you missed. You completely missed.
But like,
over there.
It's funny. It was an interview that came out today, like a little bit earlier, said that Oprah, like they was talking to Oprah. They was like, Gail has received death threats. She's not like sleeping at night. Like she's very sad over this, and like she just wants it all to stop. And I'm like, that's your fault.
But I couldn't get into that video, bro. Cause I don't know, like that's just like, you know what I mean, you gotta kind of put yourself in somebody else's shoes. Like, even if she didn't see her wrongs at the time, like, which I don't understand that, bro. Like, how would you feel if somebody come up to you after your best friend just died, or your cousin, or somebody that you really love just died, and said, "Yeah, so how do you feel about these so and so allegations?" Like, now is not the time to be talking about that.
We all in our lives. It's funny. Miss Booker, she says this. She's like, we all have an elevator moment. You know, like Ray Rice and his wife, or Solange and Jay-Z. We all have a moment that, you know, maybe the public hasn't seen, that we wouldn't want them to see, or like maybe wouldn't want them want to come out and stuff like that. And it's like, okay, like, and if it does come out, it's like, do you want that hung over your head for the rest of your life? And it was like, that's just one of those things with Kobe. Even after he got acquitted, he like, I mean, I'm not saying he became a better person after that and stuff like that, but you see what he did for women, what he's done for his daughters, what he's done for just communities in general. Why are we holding what happened 17 years ago over his head in the past? Now, if he was still committing these acts, still messing with women, still doing all this stuff, then that's the difference. We could do that. But it's like that one thing happened, and it's like now you're trying to bring that up for like, basically, no, I don't think nobody really was thinking about that. At least,
no, I wasn't thinking about that. I was actually even in a this one-off group chat. I'm actually about to leave that shit. There's this one-off group chat, and like, you know, the news had happened that, you know, Kobe had transitioned, and you know, everybody was mourning. It's like, no way, that's not true. And you just see this one John right there. She talking about, I don't really care. And niggas is like, wait, huh? And they was like, yeah, like, I don't care. You're like, I wouldn't care about a rapist's life. And I'm like, yo, son, what? So like, is you really thinking like with your brain right now? Like, there's people that really be thinking that, like, oh, okay, because that one accusation, not even a conviction, that one accusation of, you know what I'm saying, of niggas doing something wrong to women, now it's just over their heads forever.
Yeah.
Like, and people that have been acquitted, people that have been found innocent, that they will never get over that shit. They will never get past it. They will still be called rapists. They'll still be called women beaters, even if they didn't do the shit. Even if the shit was completely removed like decades ago, they already done a whole bunch of reform.
You got exonerated.
Exactly, you got exonerated.
Shit, even the Central Park 5 still get the exonerated 5. Still, I mean, we're not calling them Central Park 5 anymore. The exonerated 5 still gets called rapists to this day. After DNA and everything has come out saying they never even was nowhere near it. They never even touched the chick. But they still get called rapists to this day and shit like that. Which is stupid as hell. Like,
it's just like niggas be preaching so much that we need to move on and allow niggas to grow and never allow niggas to grow. We're like of course, like even if I make a mistake back then, I can move past that. Like, and I can grow and I can and now I'm unlearning shit. You gotta give me time. That's why I really like another reason that I agree with Job on not liking social media is just how they always try to make everything a problem. Like, if I'm getting better and I'm obviously trying to unlearn shit, give me fucking time to unlearn this shit, my nigga.
That's like laughing at a fat person for going to the gym.
Yeah, like my nigga.
Don't you want them to be healthy? Don't you want them to change?
Like my nigga.
Why are you laughing at them for doing that?
It's day two. It's day
That's
two.
funny.
I ain't gonna get skinny right now.
Like, nigga, give me time to do this shit. Like,
it's funny you say that because I swear I've just seen them laughing at somebody.
They was laughing at my
that,
star, man.
That's a fool.
Oh, hello.
Yeah, man. I grew up to her, man. I ain't like that. You know what I mean? Like,
y'all niggas was shit.
Like, I was
that
a
is
boy
not
when
the
this
girl
stuff
I
was up,
fell in
man.
love with.
They did my queen dirty, bro.
That is not the woman I fell in love
Exactly. That's not the woman I fell in love with, but I'm still support her. I'm not gonna watch that shit no more. But yeah,
took that
that's
screenshot,
fucked up. Why y'all do that like
y'all
that?
niggas malicious.
Bro, at least she working towards getting it done. You feel me? But like, I kind of was hurt. I was like, damn, I didn't fall in love with this. I ain't get the jerkins for that. But that's a different story. But
yeah.
like,
Let's leave that story alone.
You know what I mean? Not true though. Like, not true. But you know, I'm gonna leave y'all with this, right? Because even though people might hate this man, my idol, you know, Charlemagne, he has a saying where the way social media is set up now, social media wouldn't let Malcolm Little become Malcolm X.
You and Charlemagne could both shut y'all cornball asses the fuck up.
That's not true.
I know it's true.
I
keep hearing niggas say that shit.
Oh, somebody else said that?
Everybody be saying that.
What? They wouldn't let Malcolm Little become Malcolm X?
I just be seeing
Who the hell is Malcolm Little?
But it's the truth. They wouldn't let him become
Malcolm Little.
They would still call him a pimp, a fucking.
That was Malcolm.
Bro, who was Malcolm Little?
Before he changed it.
Yeah. When he was
really?
Red.
Oh yeah, social
media.
That's
You're supposed to know this. Let me stop. Exactly.
And it's Black History Month. Chill, don't do that to me.
You only know Shabazz, brother. That's it.
Hey, look,
you gotta know the history.
Hey, look, I'm gonna sign out because I definitely ain't know he was a pimp neither.
Okay.
So yeah, same thing with Tupac.
I'm not
right?
good with my history, you know.
They would have let him grow. Yeah, let's just
I mean, Tupac didn't let himself grow, but that's a different story.
That is a different story.
Actually, Tupac was actually grown. He diverted, if we being honest.
I mean, it's the influences.
How did he let himself?
No, he was already grown. He was already on his militant shit before he became Tupac Shakur. He diverted to that thug life shit.
Okay, but you gotta still understand.
You know what I mean? I'm not saying that.
I know, I'm saying that. But even though it's completely just like our topic we even talking about, you gotta understand that nigga was still young. Like you can still be influenced. You feel me?
Because even
when you have such a strong influence, is that big nigga behind you? You feel me? Like you know, you feel me? Like you gonna do, and of course, if you're also a passionate person, they can use that to drive to the wrong goal. Like y'all think y'all drive to the right goal.
It was just crazy seeing that because like he had an interview at 19. It was like, I love black women. You know, I love our queens, black power. And then you got an interview at 21. You like, fuck these bitches. Like, whoa, you was actually on a good path. How did you divert from that to this?
Okay, but that's a lot of niggas though. Growing up, you know what I'm saying? Growing up, I'm never doing this.
Nigga, that's
never
drinking. Because
I'm never doing all of that. That nigga, 2 years later down the line, they in a different environment. Shit switches up. Like, it's just influences.
That's true.
It's how you can be influenced. But back to the other point we was making.
Wait, before you say that, because I have love for black women and just women in general, but they keep doing me dirty. Next bitch do me dirty, I might be on some. I'm cold now.
Awesome. You cold now?
Oh, what?
Shit?
Huh?
Icebox.
I'm so cold, huh? Don't even ask me for it. Don't ask me for nothing. Like, get on my face, whore. Stop. I would never do that shit like that. That's a white nigga shit.
You're gonna start that.
He's like, yo, you got the horn? Get on my face, bitch. all women can get it. Nigga, I'm EBK. Nigga, anybody can get it, nigga. You can have some water, come on, bitch. I'm smacking all these toes. Let me stop. Nah, I can do it. Nigga, what? My mom did not raise me to be a man like that. Never. What? Not me. Not I. But you can finish your point, Mike.
I forgot my point. Oh yeah, niggas gotta grow, man. Give niggas time to grow. That's really it. Give niggas time to grow and reach out to your community to go better, to be better, to strive for greatness. Stay away from the police.
Man, I ain't trying to hear all that shit, man. What are we at, bro? What the pills, bro? What we doing, bro? Because that's our community. Let me stop. The pill with the fentanyl in it.
Them boys down the hill got the cocaine.
He got all the guns. He got all the drugs right there on the Fort Worth corner. Bro, that shit is funny. But Gail, you disgusting for that, kid. I ain't really, you know what I mean? We ain't on you with that. You feel me? Go wash yourself off, B. What?
No, it's just funny because like she's like 57. You like, I don't feel you for that kid.
Man, I don't feel you, kid. Like, that's some fuck shit. Like, nigga, even that was like if somebody would say some wild shit about you or a job, like to me. If something was like, not gonna work out for bed, like say something happens to him, like, well, John did this. I don't give a fuck. Don't bring your shit up like that to me. That's my nigga.
No, you should give a fuck.
That's my dog, nigga.
You should give a fuck, but it's not. Oh.
Talk to that nigga, Pop.
My niggas is angels in my eyes, B. I don't give a maybe you was the problem.
Talk to that nigga, Pop.
What's the problem, nigga?
I ain't gonna lie. I don't know if we want to get into that.
Hey, bro, how that say? Hey, bro.
Of course, holding the fort down for some niggas is really be,
Oh no! I know what you trying to lead with that. You niggas is not. Y'all know what y'all niggas be up to. That's a different story. But I don't know.
Accountability's not in your camp. I see. It's just.
I don't know. If you know your man's doing some fuck shit and you being quiet, what they say about you?
Exactly. Unless it's cheating, that's accepted.
Oh yeah,
you a fuck.
I ride for my niggas. I lie to my bitch. I don't give a fuck about that.
You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about some serious levels. Y'all niggas,
Mm-hmm.
Looking little suspicious.
Wait, what was the question?
No,
again?
it wasn't no
question.
It was just a topic. I don't know. Y'all niggas want to get into right now. You know what I'm saying?
Probably not right now.
Probably not right now.
Probably a little later.
Oh, we can put that in the background.
We can put it in the background.
We gonna hold that back. But shit. I mean, I think that's it.
Yeah, man. Like, it is what it is. I mean, fuck Gail. For me. Just like Ari Lennox said, fuck Gail.
Hey, man. Say, man. You black, white people, we don't fuck with y'all, man. Straight like that, man. You a op, man. Straight like that, man.
Okay.
2, 2, 3,
right.
stay
All
down,
right.
man.
2, 3. He means two letters. Two open letters.
He meant two LeBrons.
Yeah, that's what he meant. That's exactly.
Yeah, we sent a 223 jersey.
Yeah, that's actually a famous basketball player. It's a bootleg jersey. That's what he's talking about. Yeah.
Yo, remember the Fubu bootleg jersey? I want one so bad right now.
I really want a Fubu jersey.
Yeah.
The Bufu?
The Bufu.
You said the Bufu?
You know it's funny? Even like I'm supposed to be in and off the episode, but like I had seen a video about a 90s and 2000s party. Me and Ja and the homies are supposed to throw one so bad.
Yo, we
still need to do that one day,
bro.
Nigga,
what?
We doing that for my 22nd. For my 22nd birthday, we doing that.
Let's do it.
Nigga, I would really do that shit.
I'm with it.
Hey, look, y'all heard it here now. Look, we ready to be 21 this year, so next year probably summertime, man, because we got to plan in summertime,
and
man.
girls free.
You heard it here first.
BYOB.
You gotta take 2 shots at the door. You ain't getting there.
Bro.
Hey, yo.
No, about that conversation though. Fuck, we ain't even in it yet. About that conversation, you talk about like niggas be nasty and shit, and they telling their mans, you club promoter niggas or the niggas that be hosting parties, especially
nasty
at the house party, you niggas is nasty, bro. You niggas is fucking nasty. How come me and my mans and them can't drink, but y'all want to shove the bottle down the bitch throat? Like, nah, you niggas is nasty, and I see the plots, kid. Y'all better call these niggas out. I see the plots. I see the plots, bro.
Hey, niggas be like, hey, niggas be like, you can get in free a couple
That,
10.
that was the same party we was at.
He said you got to bring a couple.
Niggas was like, yeah, it's free if y'all bring at least 2 bitches with y'all. Like, whoa.
Right.
And we're not saying bitches in a bad way, but I'm saying, like, I see the plot, kid. How come you gave me and my man's little measly swig, but you tell me, hey, open your mouth. Nah, I know what you up to, nigga. I know what you up to.
Draw the boat.
Like,
Draw the boat.
You just say, yo, 10. I bet.
Soon as Shorty came through the crevices, you said, open your mouth. And it was longer than 15. It was longer than 15. When you pulled my shit, it was 3 seconds. her shit was longer than 15. Her shit was 15, dog.
Niggas out here making bitches draw the boat.
And then throughout the night, you're going to keep seeing her talking about open your mouth again. Nah, nigga, I know what you want to open up after. You a nasty nigga, but you know what I mean? If y'all, nah, man. I like you niggas. I see you niggas, bro. You niggas is nasty, and you niggas is disgusting, bro. Stop it. What if, nah, man, we ain't gonna, I ain't gonna. These niggas is nasty, bro.
Nah, because I mean,
no homo. When I come through, tell me open my mouth, man. Like,
come on, nah. Yo, this has been the wild we here.
Hey, look, we about to end the episode. I got it. Hey, man. Hey, did you forget? Hey, look, did you figure out why you here? If not, come back next week.
Yo, this shit. I was about to continue. Nah, this show over, nigga.
Oh, hey, bro, listen. Just come back next week, bro.
Yo, son. Nah,
this
kid.
nigga.
I'm just saying. I thought I was on a roll. You feel me? I was preaching, bro. Nah, you know what I mean? It's like when it's like this nigga was spitting. I was spitting, bro. But I thought it was gonna take the level from here to here, bro.
Nah, it's over. You good? You good, bro?
Hey, this nigga be driving the boat.
No, you know what? We're gonna come back next week. I'm gonna redeem myself, man.
You out of here. You out of here.
I was spitting, kid.
That's a T.
I was spitting, kid. Come on, yo.
That's a T. You out of here.